proud of our guys. I thought it was a game that we found a way to win. Evansville's struggling right now. They don't have their coach. They don't have their best player. But I thought our guys did some good things, especially in the second half, defensively, rebounding-wise. And we've continued to take care of the ball, which was a problem early in the year. Shot it a little bit better second half than we did the first half. And was just happy with a win, to be honest. And then we got Valpo on Thursday this week. I think they've had a solid year considering what they had to go through in the spring. A lot of moving parts roster-wise. Been in a lot of games. They've already played UNI and Loyola early in the conference season, so and been right in both those games with those guys. And so they've got one of the best guards in the league, Javon Freeman, and they do a good job. They're very athletic, defensively create a lot of turnovers. So it'll be a little bit different of a Valley game, considering most teams in our league don't turn you over. They really turn you over. So we'll have to take good care of the ball and just continue to try to get better.
What's Tulio's status? Is he going to be able to be with the team on that Thursday game?
If he's up to it, yeah. It's just got some personal family things, and we're just letting him filter through that, and then come back when he's ready.
He's in Springfield.
Yeah. Nothing's wrong with Tulio, guys. I'm gonna answer Tulio questions today. This is it. No more Tulio questions. Nothing's wrong with Tulio. Didn't we do a release?
We just did a verbal release.
Yeah, he's got personal family deals. Nothing wrong with him. As soon as he gets it straight, he'll come back and everything will be good. No more Tulios. No more Tulios. Go ahead.
All right, one more question about how have you adjusted your lineup and how you have to play things with him not being?
Oh, we just going a little bit more four guards, and that's really been about it. Just no double post at all. We play him engaged together when he's there, but we've just gone a lot of four guards. Yeah, and we haven't rebounded as well. It's only been one game. But moving forward, we'll still play some four guards. We feel like it probably gives us a good chance to do some things offensively that we haven't been doing all year.
Did you notice his play maybe going down a little because of maybe what was going on?
Maybe that could be the case. Maybe. If someone has something going on, I can see it affecting their game for sure. Yeah, but I don't know. He was second half against Illinois State was great. Nobody was good against Northern Iowa. And then Bradley, he was out there with our run against Bradley. Yeah, it wasn't anything. I don't think it was affecting his play too much. No.
Ford Cooper Jr. has been playing a lot lately. What can you say about him as a guy who is obviously ahead of where most guys are at his stage of his career?
He's been solid. He doesn't turn the ball over because he doesn't try to do stuff that he can't do, which is a sign of a good point guard. He keeps the ball hot, which is another sign of a good point guard. Knocks down open threes, which is an added bonus. He struggles defensively, but I've been more than pleased with Ford. Very coachable. Seems to have a good spirit about him. Now he benefits from the fact that we let him push it in transition a little bit faster than what we had been, but I think he's been solid. Bradley's got a nice seasoned backcourt with, I think it's Cannell and Darryl Brown. And then, Evansville, although they're struggling, KJ Riley and the other guard, I can't pronounce his name, those guys are some older players. And Ford's held his own, and that's really all you can ask. Freshman point guard. And that's about as, that's the expectation level for him right now, to at least hold his own and try to continue to get better and probably should have played him more earlier in the year. He probably would have been even further along, but still a lot of games left, and he's doing a pretty good job.
You've stuck with the starting lineup 2 games in a row, just to be able to have those young guys in as much as you are right now. Are you liking that right now?
Yeah, I think it's think is great. You know, Mosley's a good player. Jamonte Black's a great teammate. You know, Ford's the only point guard we got healthy. Jamonte's done a good job as a backup, but no, I mean, I think those guys have done about as good as you can expect them to do. I didn't foresee them starting together, but you know, it's a long season and a lot of things happen. But I think they've done pretty good, pretty solid job is how I would best describe those. And anytime you can say your freshmen are solid, that's a good thing.
And as luck would have it, we were doing a story on Tyreek for the show.
Yeah.
Just can you talk a little bit about his prognosis heading forward, and then what he was able to accomplish before he got hurt?
Well, it's not a what'd you say? What's that P word you just
Prognosis?
used? Yeah, it's not one of those. Because we haven't gotten it looked at by a doctor. So what happens to his shoulders are they easily pop out, and he's normally able to just put them back in there and keep on going. But at Illinois State, he stung it pretty good in practice. Then the next game, stung it even worse, and he kind of fought through that game, and now he's back. And when we got back, he's just trying to get it to not hurt as much and to be more mobile. So we just elected to give him some time off because it's I can't remember the way that we call it, but prior to that, I thought he had started playing better for sure. His decision making was better, shooting numbers were better. He was taking a lot better shots. He's always been a competitor for us. He's our best perimeter defender, and I thought he shook off a rough start to the season to try to help us a little bit. Yeah.
Did you know he had that shoulder thing when you got him?
Got him.
When you recruited him and everything?
Oh, I mean, it just pops out. If he gets hit, it pops out.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
How long do you see him being out? How long are you planning on shutting him down?
I'll probably shut him down as long as it takes to get it to where if it gets hit again, it doesn't hurt as much. So it's like having a bone contusion or something. You let it rest, and if it gets hit, it may not flare up as much. It's probably what our plan is. But then again, I mean, he can come in today and say, I feel 90%, and he'll be out there. But it's just day to day,
I'm going to ask you about Gage because that's the next one.
Yeah.
How's he doing with his extended minutes that he's playing? And I mean, he's giving you the presence inside that you're missing with Tulio.
I think he's doing all right. He's getting in better shape. His touch around the rim has been very good because he doesn't. I mean, he didn't practice last week. He practiced the week before, but didn't practice last week. He'll practice this week. But I think he's been okay. It's hard out there when you don't get an opportunity to practice every day and work on your game and be in shape and get in a rhythm. And he's playing in 2 days off, playing in 3 days off. I mean, that's just difficult. So.
But then when you see what he's doing on a box score, it's like, man, is it amazing that he's able to contribute what he can contribute with that kind of lack of practice?
I think per minute he's been pretty good. He's a good player. He's a good player. He needs to do more though. He doesn't rebound the ball at all right now. He needs to rebound the ball. Needs to stop turning the ball over. Needs to pass it earlier. But no, I mean, it's hard to complain with a guy that's really landed on the line physically, and trying to give us the best shot to win a game. So I'm proud of Gage. I think he's doing a good job, and when the time is right, we're going to try to get him 100% when we can. But you can't do it in the middle of the season, and he's done a good job of trying to do the best he can with what he's dealing with, and we're pleased with that.
Does it surprise you that he's not able to rebound? I mean, you look at the JUCO numbers, of course, and he wasn't probably going to do that, but just not that he's not been able to translate a little bit of that now.
I don't know. It depends. you know, maybe he's checking his guy out so guards can rebound down or something like that. You know, you never know. You have to watch the tape and really see what's going on. So he could be responsible for more rebounds than what he's getting. But all of our guys need to rebound better, especially Gage. He definitely needs to rebound better. So, you know, I thought he would be a really, really good rebounder at this level, but it hadn't happened yet. But there's still time.
Do you go in, yeah, so you go into practice, so you know, okay, Tulio, for this, let's say today's practice, Tulio's out, Tariq's out.
Who said he was out for
Well,
practice?
I'm just saying, in your mind, when you go into practice, and then, okay, are you available? How do you approach that as the coach, you know, or do you say, okay, these are the guys that I have, that I know I have, and if these guys can show up, that'll be good?
Oh, yeah.
How do you do that?
We just control what you can control. If a guy's hurt, a guy's hurt, you know. We just make a practice plan with whoever can practice, you know. And there's certain parts of practice Gage can get in even right now, and you just kind of piece it together. And there's certain parts of practice right now, Javonte Black is the point guard because he's our backup point guard. You just kind of piece it together however the bodies are available, to be honest. But it's something you deal with all year long. You know?
Are you frustrated with this?
With what?
Just not having everybody healthy?
No, I'm not. It's just bad. I mean, it's a long season. I mean, it's sports. I mean, it's just, you know, I'm too blessed of a man to be frustrated about anything, man. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I wouldn't be frustrated about somebody else's health, but this is what we do, you know. It just is what it is. That doesn't frustrate me at all. I would like for our team to be able to have some continuity with who's playing, but that's just out of my control, you know. I don't want Tariq to feel the pain of his shoulder. I don't want Gage to feel the pain of his legs, right? I mean, I don't want that for them personally, but, you know, I understand that it's sports and people get hurt. What do you got?
Valpo was out like 3 guys against Indiana State.
Yeah, I saw that.
They just kind of continue to show some resiliency.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a great job. You know, Javon Freeman's really good. He's their best player, and I mean, he's first team all conference guard, and he's capable of scoring 20 to 30. So he always gives you a chance. And you know, they've dealt with some adversity, but they do a good job. They play hard. They create, you know, turnovers. They've got some minor injuries on their side with a couple of guys that missed last game, home game versus Indiana State. So, you know, they're starting to find their groove in the Valley too, and understanding, you know, what it takes to be good in the league, and, you know, what wins in this league. And I think Matt's done a great job just keeping his guys engaged. They schedule pretty solid. You know, they had a chance to beat Arkansas this year. So they're more than capable. And even last year, I thought they were one of the better teams in the league last year, and they lost Facekas, who was one of the best players in the league. He's out right now. But had he stayed healthy last year, because they come in here and whipped us, you know, like a drum. And that was early in the league play last year, our second league game. And I thought for sure that they were going to be able to do some things, and then boom, Facekas goes down, and then they had another guard go down. But you know, Valpo has probably got more NCAA tournament appearances than anyone in our league, I would imagine. So it's a really good program, and again, you know, every year that Matt's there, I'm sure they're going to keep getting better.
Have you challenged your guys at all maybe to come out and protect their home floor? Like, it seems like you guys will have a big road win, and then you come back and there's just a little letdown.
Yeah, it's been a big challenge. You know, we met as a staff today. Since we've been here, our road record is better than our home record in Valley. And you know, people always talk about it's hard to win on the road in the Valley. I mean, the Bears are making it easy. And yeah, that's definitely been a topic amongst the staff and the players. And if I could get out there and do it, I would. I'd physically get out there and do it. I feel like we have good support, good atmospheres when we're playing well. And then, but yeah, I mean, we shouldn't lose these home games in the Valley. No, we really shouldn't. And hopefully we don't lose the next one.
last year there was that mantra of defend no matter what. And it felt like even the crowd kind of played off that, and the defensive energy really resonated in the building. Is there some way to replicate some of that success a year ago? Or I know that, I guess that was Josh's kind of.
Well, I mean, that was more of a Coach Gibson thing, you know, what I talked about was league play, you win with 50-50 balls, transition defense, and making layups and free throws. That's how you win in the league. And Coach Gibb kind of basically said, hey, guys, we got to defend no matter what, right? And then the players just took it and ran with it. Josh was the guy holding the sign, but it was the entire team. You know, this group has yet to find an identity, and that's part of our issues, of our inconsistencies. We don't have an identity, and most of that blame is on me. I've yet to get them to buy into something as a whole group, wholeheartedly, and we'll keep grooving it until we do. But defend no matter what, that's a really good thing to buy into for any basketball team that wants to win. Yeah.
If you had to say right now, the identity of the Missouri State Bears in 2020?
Don't have one.
Don't have one.
Yep. Our identity is we don't have one. That's our problem.
What do you make of the rest of the league right now? A bunch of 3-3 teams, a couple teams at the top. Just what have you kind of noticed from?
Well, I only see the teams that we play.
Yeah.
Northern Iowa's really good. Loyola's really good. Bradley came in here and whipped us pretty good. Evansville, those guys they just got a raw deal right now. And then Illinois State, they're struggling as well. So those are the only ones that I've really paid attention to. It's, you know, I would say Loyola, Northern Iowa, Loyola, and everybody else is what I'd say. And then obviously, you know, you look at Evansville, they're just struggling with what they're going through. So maybe it's kind of like the old Valley where you got two really good teams and then just a bunch of, you know, other teams that are going to beat up on each other.
You're a big college football guy. What do you make of the treatment?
Well, I've yet to meet them, but obviously I think Cliff and Kyle know what they're doing. Obviously, they hired me, right? No, I think for whatever they were looking for, and I think what they were looking for was a really good football coach. I think they found a really good football coach. You know, I think it's created a buzz around the program, which is always a good thing. And I'm just a fan, you know, I don't know anything about football. But hopefully everything works out. You know, a good football program helps a university probably more than anything, I think, because of the magnitude of the gathering of people and the effects that it could have on recruiting for all the other sports. And although we haven't traditionally had a good program here, that doesn't mean that you can't have a good program here. You can win anywhere, given the right amount of time, resources, and support. You can win anywhere. But you know, I'm looking forward to what happens, and I'll be there no matter what, win, lose, or draw. But like I said, I think it can help us all if we can get it figured out, and there's hopefully something on the horizon to cheer for.
You starting to feel like the old guy here? I mean, you're a year and a half in, but we got Mox here, we got Petrino in. You're starting.
Been a little turnover,
Yeah.
you know. It's just, I mean, I'm a year and a half, I guess. Yeah. Coach Gutton, I would have to say,
Yeah, a little bit.
40 years or something like that. Yeah, I got a long way to catch up with him. So
He played here.
yeah, him and Coach Rowe, those are the old guys. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
God bless you.